Welcome! I'm back. I'm Jennifer Kirk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Guelph, Ontario, and that is in Canada. I have been away for a couple of weeks. My family and I went to our cabin, and there's no electricity there, so I completely unplugged for 2 weeks, and it was absolute heaven. But we are back. I haven't had a lot of time to create coming back from holidays. I guess you guys all know what it's like. Loads and loads of laundry and trying to get caught up at work. So I haven't had a lot of time to create. But the paper pumpkin was waiting for me, and I've made a couple of alternatives. So I'm going to share a few of those with you tonight. All right. So let's get started. I'm going to turn us down to the desktop and make sure you say hi if you're here. Make sure you leave a comment, like, subscribe to my channel, all those kind of things. That helps me out and I really appreciate it. All right, so let's get stamping. I'm so excited. Okay, so this is the first alternative we're gonna make. It's we're gonna make a different version of it. So I thought that this piece that came in the kit, I'll show you it. This piece right here, doesn't even fit on my screen, was really big. And I thought, oh, you know what? Instead of, because you only get two to make two cards of the same design, I thought instead of using that whole thing, I'm going to see, can I cut it kind of down the middle and make two different cards with that piece right there. So that's what we did. So you can see got little pieces flying around. So I took that one big piece, I cut it down the stem here, and that divided it into two, so I can get two cards instead of one. And all I'm going to do is hide this stem underneath some designer series paper. So obviously on this one, I had the stem on this side, so my designer series paper's here. On the card that we're going to make tonight, I'm going to have to flip it over. So my designer series papers is going to be here, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's get started. You're going to have to tell me which one you like the best, which color. Okay, so we have, let me see, did I write these down? Okay, so we have just a piece of regular cardstock, 4 by 5 1/4. This is for the inside. Okay, and then we have card bases. I didn't know which color I wanted to use, so I have one of Basic White and one of Poppy Parade. So it's just a regular piece of cardstock, cut in half and scored in half. Okay, so what is this? 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. Okay, so I have a Basic White and a Poppy Parade. Okay, and then we have a piece of cardstock here. This is for our layer. This is 4 by 5/8 by 3 5/8, and then I have a piece of Basic White, which is 3 1/2 by 4 1/2, and I embossed that. Okay, and those obviously get put on together here. So let's do that now. Let's get our glue out. I really need to clean my glass mat. It has glue all over it. So how are you guys? Have you had a nice couple of weeks? For those of you in Ontario, we are cooking. It's a little bit cooler today, but we've had really, really hot weather. But then Western Canada is cold, so hopefully you guys are staying comfortable wherever you are. Okay, so we're just going to make sure that that's on straight with equal borders, and there we go. Easy peasy. Okay, so this is part of the envelope. I do want to keep this scalloped part, so I do have the envelope glue on here. So in the kit, I didn't even show you guys what the proper cards are supposed to look like. I don't even know where here's my envelope. I have stuff everywhere. So you get envelopes that look like this. The plaid is just on the top, so these are just white. So you could cut these open and use this as your white for stamping or for doing sentiments or anything like that. I think I need to come out a little bit. Then you see my mess on my desk. That's okay. I'll just move it all over. Okay. So all I did was I chopped it down here. Okay, so I have one envelope that I can't really use. So this piece on my other card was 1 1/4 by 4 1/2. So I'm going to use it about the same, but I do want to use the scallop side. So let's bring in our trimmer and let's cut this to 1 1/2 inches. So I'm going to put it right just like that. Okay, so 1 1/2, and we're going to do about, I don't want it, let's see. So what do I have here? I want it 4 1/2, and I've got it at 5 1/2. So let's go, where am I going? I'm going to 4 1/2. So let's just cut this off. Get a straight edge here, and then I'll put that to 4 1/2, and I'll get a straight edge here. Okay, so we've got a little bit of, oh, I gotta get a new blade in here. See how gross that is? That, or I need to clean this. Whoever's watching, make sure you leave a comment. I may not be able to see it right now if my program's not working properly and I don't have my iPad set up, but I will come back and see your comments. Okay, so that's that. Oh. If you ever get pieces like this, you can just bring in a nail file and file them down. That'll make it work better. Okay, that's looking kind of cute. You guys have to tell me what colors you like the best. Okay, now I'm getting hot, so I gotta take my sweater off. I'm in the basement, and so it's hot, cold, hot, cold. Okay, we're gonna stick our, I wanna hide this, although this side doesn't look too bad. I wanna make sure they're hanging out. What angle do I want this at? Probably want it like that, but then I don't like this here, so I can cut that off. Let's cut that off. Okay, so I just threw something across the road, across the room, and just chop that, and then I'm gonna put glue in the back. So how are you guys doing? I'm so happy to be back. Can't wait to actually, it's the long weekend here, so I'll be able to actually do some creating. We're gonna be away again, but I'm gonna take some stuff with me this time and just get some work done, get some fun work done on the long weekend. Okay, so pick that up without ripping it, and without getting glue everywhere. You know me and glue, right? Okay, so what I want to do is I want to kind of position this. I'm not going to push it down. I'm just going to lightly place it. And see, that's not in the right spot. So now I'm going to move this over just like that. So that's perfect. That's exactly where I want it. So now I'm just going to push this down and hold it. Because it is on embossed, you do need to hold it a little bit and let the glue settle. Okay, here we go. And then we're gonna stick this right just like that, right down on here. Okay, so stick some more glue on here. So if you're a demonstrator, one of the perks of being a demonstrator, other than a discount and an amazing community, is that you get to see new product early. So we got to see the new mini catalog that is coming up in September. So we get to order from it in the beginning of August. And we got to see the new online exclusives. So I'm planning my Christmas events now. Trying to figure out what I want to buy. It's so exciting. Okay. So these actually come in the kit. So let me see if I can find the piece of paper I wrote that on there. You get a whole bunch of stuff in this kit. There's a lot going on. I should show you some of it. Here's one sheet. So you have these punch out. There's this that punches out, circle, and then a label. There's some vellum in here, different vellum sizes. Here's the label, and it fits one of the stamps. I haven't even shown you the stamp. Oh my goodness. You can tell I'm out of practice, eh? You go away for a couple of weeks and whoa. Okay, so here's the stamp set that comes with the kit. So it's Hello Friend, fits onto this piece right here. And what else comes in? You get a sheet of this. So lots of little flowers, some other strawberries, some big strawberries, and then these pool party pieces that I've been using come on this one. You get some pink ones, some pool party, and then you get a cute little basket here as well. So lots and lots of things to create alternatives with. We're not using all of them tonight, we're just using some. But I gotta pick what color of ink will look good on here. I think I might do Poppy Parade. Okay, so before I stamp that, I hadn't decided what type of background card base I wanted. I don't think the white does much. I think it kind of gets lost on there. So I think I'm gonna go with Poppy Parade. What do you guys think? Does Poppy Parade work? And if it does work, then I'll use Poppy Parade. I don't know why my ink cards here. I'll use Poppy Parade as the ink on this pool party. So you're the best. Let's use that. I like that saying. You're the best. So you guys doing good? So I told you it was really hot here. We had some wild storms. Okay, this is too far away. I won't be able to see it. I don't know if I'm on top. I don't know if I'm centered. I'm guessing. Camera's in the way. Oh, it worked. Woohoo! So we had some wild, wild storms at the cabin. It was pretty scary a couple times. Where we are, it's out of cell coverage, so there's no cell phone coverage. And then the one night, all of a sudden, everyone's cell phones started going off. And it was seek cover, tornado in your area. It's like, oh, yum, yeah, great. We're in the middle of nowhere. We have no cover. So it was a little nerve-wracking. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Does this work? Okay, tell me, as soon as I glue this down, tell me which color you'll like the best. If it's the Timid Tiger and the pink, or the Granny Apple Green and the Pool Party. Which one? I kind of like both of them. I don't know. You tell me. You let me know which one you like. So, I'm going to hold that down for a minute. I won't do the inside. For the inside here, I just kept it really simple. I just did thank you and a cute little strawberry with the stamp set. This is Poppy Parade and Garden Green. Okay, so we're going to actually make another alternative. I got two because I missed you guys. I haven't stamped with you. Well, maybe we're doing another alternative if I can find where I put it. I just had them. Oh my goodness. Where is it? You guys do not want to see what my desk looks like. Okay, I found the card. Now do I find my package? Here it is. Yay! Okay, so on this one, I've used a couple of the items. So every time we have, there's a paper pumpkin add-on that you can get dies that coordinate with the next 3 months of paper pumpkins. So this one is called the Circle of Season dies. So this is the new one. So this coordinates with this one. August and September paper pumpkins. So I've used some of the things in here. So you can cut out a strawberry here. You have some flowers. There should be another flower. Oh no, there's 2 flower stamps, 1 flower die. And then this hello. So I've used this on this card, and I did some stamping on it, and I did that that tear technique, and I thought that looked really cute, really simple. This is a card base, so if you use up all your card bases, then you could just use cardstock, okay? But this is actually, I haven't even shown you the card bases. So here's one card base, okay, which I'll show you in an alternative card using that. Here's another card base, which isn't full because I used a little piece of that one. And then here's another card piece. So you get 2 of each of these. So what I did with this one is I just cut this in half. And that's what I'm using here for the outside. And it actually works really good because that card base is, it's got white in it underneath it, where our cardstock is, unless you use the 2-tone cardstock, it's all the way through the same color. All right, so I have pre-stamped in Pool Party the little flowers that come with the stamp set, and then I used the die and cut them out. If you don't have the die, that's no problem. You can just cut them out with your hand. You can fussy cut them. Not a big deal. Okay. So for this one, I have a card base. So this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and I have a piece of basic white, which is the exact same size. Okay, so these guys are going to get layered on top. What we're going to do first, I'm going to put these pieces so I don't lose them, is we are going to rip this. So you want to rip it on an angle, and you're going to be cutting off the bottom here. So you basically want to decide how big of a white spot do you want in here. Do you want it really thin? Do you want it to go wide here and more narrow? So you decide what you want, and then you rip accordingly. Okay, so I'm just gonna eyeball it. So I'm just gonna grab here, and I'm gonna come down. I'm ripping up, and I'm just gonna come like that. I'm gonna peel some of this off because I don't want this much white. Okay, and so that will be my top, and then the bottom, I'm going to decide how much I want. And this is too straight for me. I actually want this to be more of an angle. So I'm going to come back up and I'm going to re-rip some of this to get me more of an angle. There we go. That's better. Still not a huge angle. And I can fix this one too. So let's do this one just like this. Okay, so I like that you get the white, and so I can decide how big of an area here I want. All right, but what I'm going to do first is I'm going to stamp in here. So I don't have to stamp the whole thing. I'm just going to stamp randomly, kind of in the middle, which we're going to be able to see. So I'm just going to take the strawberry, okay, and I'm just going to go in different directions. Can't believe strawberry season's already over. Oh. But peach season's starting. Love them. What's your favorite? Okay, that's probably too much, but I can come back in. What's your favorite fruit that is fresh this time of year? Okay, now I'm going to come in with my garden green. And I'm just going to put on my tops, if I can see. Some of these I won't see, but I'm just doing them because it's easy. And look how cute. Don't these strawberries just look delicious? I can almost eat them. Okay. Oops. Didn't do that one very well. Okay. So that's our strawberries. So now I'm going to decide. Yep, that looks good. I do want to fill in a little bit of those spots so you can see that there's two different size flowers here. So I'm going to take a small flower and I'm going to take my pool party. So you do, it only comes with the green for this. The ink spot, I think, was green, I think. I don't even know where my ink spot is now. I'd have to double check, but I think it's green. So it does help if you have other colors here. So I'm just going to put some random flowers just to fill up some of the white space. They don't have to be. Okay, I think that's good. Probably want one in there, but it's going to go over top. And I want one there. I think I do. Okay. And that's it, my friends. It's easy peasy. So now we're just going to take our glue. You don't need to put glue all the way to the edge, especially if you want to curl the edges up. So we're just going to stick this here. Stay tuned for until like we're almost finished, but I have 2 more designs to show you of alternatives. And I'm still playing, so I still may do another video with more. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I don't want to put glue on the whole thing because I'm going to be cutting off the bottom. And this is where I'm going to decide how big of a strawberry patch I want. So I think that works, that size right there. So I'm going to just stick that on. I'm going to make sure my edges are lined up and everything is straight. Okay, isn't that cute? I love it. Okay, and then I'm just going to flip it off and I'm going to cut right here. So this is why I didn't want to put glue at the bottom, because I didn't want to get glue on my blade or on my plate. And now our card is basically done. We just need to do a sentiment, a card base, which I will just put this one as the extra. Good thing I had it. Okay, so I'm just going to stick that on here. Have you guys seen the new online exclusives? Are they not cute? I can't wait to play with mine. All right, so I have cut out this hello. I'm going to put that down here. And it is pretty fine. So you could put glue on it, but you know me and glue, it'll be a total mess. So I put some adhesive sheets on the back of this. And we'll just peel those off. This makes life so much easier. You basically are creating a sticker with it. Okay, I'm going to stick that, and then I've got my 3 little flowers. So this kit does not come with embellishments. I mean, we have lots of embellishments in our stash that we could use. But what I did was I used these flowers as my embellishments. So I am just going to stick them just like that, and put a little bit of glue on them. And that is our card. Super easy. You can make, because you're not using a lot from the kit, you can make, if you just were to use your cardstock for this, you could even emboss it. Then you could make a whole bunch of these guys just by using the stamp set. So you can extend that kit with just a few pieces of paper from your stash. All right. On the inside, I just used a piece of the scrap that I had cut off, and then I put "Life is Sweeter with You," and I used one of the little punch outs from this sheet here. I used one of these little guys. Okay. So there you go. These are the 2. Oh, I didn't show you this. So I didn't put glue along the edge, so you could come in just with your fingernails and just curl these up. And it just, again, it just adds a little bit more texture to your card. You don't have to do it, but it does add a little bit of texture. All right, so that's card number 2. Card number 1, let me know which one you like, which one you prefer, the granny apple green or the pink one. And then here's another alternative that I made. So you've seen this fold from me before. And we just open it up. And here's the little basket that says you're the best. And then thank you. All right, so that's another alternative using the strawberry designer series paper. And then I have one more. This is a fold from oh my goodness, my brain. Susan Campfield. So I used, this comes from the kit. These are from the kit. I just embossed these and it opens up like this. I use some of the little flowers on the inside and it stands up just like that. So it's like a double Z fold card, but with kind of a latest type look to it. And I just thought it looked really cute. So again, I used this from the dies, and then you can put your writing and your sentiment on the back. All right, so there are a few of the alternative cards using this month's kit. Let me turn it around and back. I don't know if you guys noticed I got my hair all chopped off. So where we were going, we didn't have running water. So I figured with how long my hair was and how hot it was that I should get it all chopped off so I could be a little bit cooler. And it really helped. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you had a great couple of weeks, and I will see you back next week. For those of you in Canada, have a wonderful civil holiday. I'm hoping that you get an extra day off work and you get to spend some time in your craft room. Okay, guys, talk soon. Bye for now.